catastrophic. It was the word President Nicolás Maduro chose to describe his country's state of affairs during his State of the Union speech. And it is a word that by removing Maduro from power, opposition leader Enrique Capriles is trying to avoid using again.
Because a recall referendum includes the people's participation, it can become the one chance of avoiding social upheaval or coup, which, as we know, would be catastrophic for the country.
Other methods could include a constitutional amendment to shorten the 6-year term or a constituent assembly that redrafts the constitution. According to a wing of the opposition, a recall referendum can be passed without the approval of a Supreme Court that they claim is packed by government loyalists. It can also be passed before the first half of Maduro's term in office is over. The Constitution states that after this period, the Vice President would automatically assume power until the term is finally over. Calls for change within the Assembly echo what, according to recent polls, more than 70% of the population also wants. But how and when this early departure might happen would have dramatically different effects for the whole country.
By stepping down from power, Maduro would avoid the lengthy and traumatic process of a recall referendum. A recall referendum would imply that both the opposition and the government mobilize their supporters, and this could lead to increased polarization. And all the other methods are simply shortcuts.
Back on the streets of Caracas, desperation is reaching a new high.
This government is going from worst to all-time worst. If it were up to me, I'd take out the government because we are headed nowhere.
According to the IMF, Venezuela's economy contracted by 10% last year and will do so by 7% this year. Political analysts say that it has gotten to the point where solving the economic crisis now requires a political change. It is indeed a catastrophic situation, which could be made better if both parties entered negotiations. But in Venezuela, that's a word seldom used. Virginia Lopez, Al Jazeera, Caracas.